gonna take your candy.
Halloween has come, and Becky's class is having a costume contest. Becky is gobsmacked by Violet's WordGirl costume, and she isn't the only one.
What she uses...
Tobey somehow thinks Violet is WordGirl. When people say they don't see race in this universe, do they mean that literally? Later, Violet ends up winning the costume contest, and Tobey decides to ruin Halloween out of spite. To that end, he sends out some robots to steal all the candy in the city. Violet decides to go and stop him after some more kids with bad vision ask for her help. She takes Bob as her sidekick, but Becky goes into her own costume after Violet leaves.
Word up!
Violet's gonna be furious when she learns her cat knew Becky was WordGirl before her. Violet confronts Tobey.
Do you take me for a fool?
Yes, and a silly goose.
See, this is the sort of thing I want to see when I talk about wanting these two to interact more. Okay, fine, I ship them a little bit. The real WordGirl defeats the robots and distributes the candy among all the kids in the neighborhood. Let's figure there's a reason her costume was red. Let's begin with the beginning on this one. Novel concept, I know. I think the costume contest was a bit of an overly elaborate way to set up the conflict. I don't think there was much reason to go this direction when it could have been extremely easy to just go with Tobey is greedy and wants candy. Him being angry that gluing a horseshoe to his head didn't net him a win doesn't connect that cleanly to stealing candy from everyone in the city. I think I would have preferred more time trick-or-treating, showing off more houses and costumes, but when we do get to that point, it's still really enjoyable. We get some cameos from Chuck, Von Housinghouse, and Reginald, and it's amusing to see what they give, or don't give, to trick-or-treaters. The various costumes, well, they're not much, save for the main characters and Eugene as a Tobey robot, but they add more visual variety than most episodes get. The creepy house scene, while underwhelming the second time around, is decent the first time, and I really like the design of the area. And speaking of that scene, this may be the most entertaining Tobey's robots have been. Them wearing giant costumes and being scared of the creepy house are amusing themselves, but I think this is also the most we've seen them talk thus far.
It's like stealing candy from a baby, ha ha ha.
No need to be so proud of yourself for that one, robot. But of course, then there's the crown jewel of the episode. Violet in a WordGirl costume. If you can look past the absurdity of people thinking she's real, and if not, why are you here? It's so fun to see her get into the role as the episode progresses. Suddenly I wish the framer stuck around. And as I've pointed out before, it's interesting to see Violet so easily take on the responsibility of saving the day. Like Violet's superhero, you could read it as her looking for glory, but I don't think that's accurate or fair in either case. She leaps into potential danger and never gets upset at WordGirl stealing her thunder or anything. As far as I can tell, this is the only explicitly Halloween-themed episode in the series, though I know there's at least one other episode with a Halloween vibe. And I'm glad to say this doesn't squander its potential. Even the intro I criticized was pretty funny at times.
Everyone's costume looks so good. Not as good as my costume, but...
Is that kid in the background rolling his eyes? This is honestly just everything I wanted from a Violet episode, a Tobey episode, and a Halloween episode.
Today's featured word is petrified. To give you a clue, here are some clips that show the meaning of the word.